Welcome. Today, we're diving into the important world of product quality complaints and pharmacovigilance. We'll explore how these two areas connect, why they matter, and what they mean for patient safety and product reliability. Let's get started with insights from Dr. S.K. Singh. Let's start by understanding what we mean by product quality complaints, or PQCs. These are any reports, written, spoken, or electronic, that point to problems with a pharmaceutical product. It could be anything from broken tablets and leaking containers to incorrect labeling or even microbial contamination. Why does this matter? Because these complaints can reveal manufacturing defects, failures in good manufacturing practices, and most importantly, potential risks to patient safety, including adverse drug reactions. This sets the stage for why PQCs are so crucial to monitor. Let's take a look at the regulatory framework that guides our work. We start with the FDA, which sets clear rules around complaint files and post-marketing reporting. Over in Europe, the EU GMP focuses on complaints and product recalls. Then, we have the ICH guidelines, emphasizing quality risk management and pharmaceutical quality systems. The WHO GMP also provides detailed procedures for handling complaints and recalls. Finally, pharmacovigilance guidelines ensure ongoing safety monitoring. Together, these frameworks create a robust foundation for quality and safety. We're looking at a key regulatory expectation here. Quality and pharmacovigilance teams must share safety-related information. Why? Because some product quality issues can directly cause harm. For example, microbial contamination might lead to infections, or a labeling error could cause a medication mistake. When these departments work closely, they catch risks earlier, preventing adverse events. This slide highlights the critical link between product quality defects and patient safety, showing why integration isn't just helpful, it's essential. When it comes to product quality complaints, they come from a variety of sources, both inside and outside the company. Internally, sales reps, medical affairs, and customer service teams often hear directly from customers. Externally, healthcare professionals, patients, pharmacists, distributors, and regulatory agencies all play a role in raising concerns. These complaints usually fall into a few categories: packaging or manufacturing defects, stability issues, labeling errors, and sometimes suspected counterfeit products. Understanding where complaints come from helps us respond faster and more effectively. Let's walk through the complaint handling process, a clear workflow that keeps us focused on patient safety. It starts with receiving the complaint, then registering it carefully. Next, we assess the risk involved before moving into a thorough investigation. From there, we analyze the root cause, develop corrective and preventive actions, and finally close the case. But we don't stop there. Trend analysis helps us spot patterns and improve over time. The goal is simple: timely investigation and protecting patient safety every step of the way. Before we dive deeper, we start with an initial risk assessment. This step helps us identify potential challenges early on, the unknowns that could impact our success. By spotting risks up front, we can plan smarter, prioritize better, and avoid surprises down the line. It's about being proactive, not reactive. This foundation sets the tone for everything that follows. Now, we're looking at how to interpret a high-risk complaint that demands quick action. This example involves foreign particles found in an injectable product, a serious issue. We assess risk using 3 parameters: severity, occurrence, and detection. Severity scores a full 10, showing the potential harm is critical. Occurrence and detection are lower, but combined, they help calculate the overall risk priority number. This guides us on how urgently to investigate and escalate the complaint. When a product quality complaint comes in, we launch a thorough investigation. We start with manufacturing, reviewing batch records, deviations, and environmental monitoring data. Then we move to analytical evaluation, testing retained samples and analyzing complaint samples. Packaging gets a close look too, verifying artwork and checking packaging line records. Finally, we review the supply chain, focusing on transportation and storage conditions. The goal is clear: find the root cause and understand how patients might be affected. When we assess pharmacovigilance, we're focused on safety, specifically around product quality concerns, or PQCs. We ask some key questions. Did the defect cause any harm? Was there an adverse event reported? Could patient safety be at risk? And does this situation require expedited reporting? For example, a broken tablet might just be a complaint with no real impact, but a contaminated injection causing septicemia is a serious case. These assessments can lead to creating formal pharmacovigilance cases, which have regulatory implications. Let's take a look at how we calculate the complaint rate with a simple example. This helps us understand how often issues arise relative to the total number of interactions or transactions. By tracking this rate, we can spot trends, identify problem areas, and measure the impact of any changes we make. It's a key metric for improving customer experience and keeping quality in check. Let's look at how we calculate the ADR rate linked to PQCs. This example breaks down the steps clearly, showing us how to connect the dots between data points and performance outcomes. It's a practical way to understand the impact of PQCs through a measurable rate, helping us see where improvements matter most. By working through this, we get a solid grasp of the calculation process and what the numbers really mean. Now, let's focus on regulatory reporting requirements. These are the rules and standards we have to follow when sharing information with authorities. It's not just paperwork, it's about transparency, accuracy, and timeliness. Meeting these requirements keeps us compliant and builds trust with regulators. Ignoring them isn't an option. The consequences can be serious. So, understanding what's expected is key to staying ahead and avoiding risks. Let's take a look at this complaint trend over 3 years. In 2022, there were 180 complaints. That number dropped to 140 in 2023, and then down again to 90 in 2024. This steady decline shows clear progress. It's a sign that the improvements we're making are working. Tracking these trends helps us focus on what's effective and where we can keep getting better. Let's wrap up with the key takeaways. Product quality complaints aren't just paperwork. They're a vital part of both the pharmaceutical quality system and pharmacovigilance. When quality assurance and pharmacovigilance work closely, we catch patient safety risks faster. Tools like the risk priority number help us focus on what matters most. Quality defects can lead to adverse events, so reporting is essential. Tracking complaint trends gives us powerful insights. And strong processes keep us aligned with global regulatory standards. This integration is how we protect patients and maintain trust. That brings us to the end. If you need any further support or have questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. Thank you for your time and attention today. It's been a pleasure sharing this with you.